Hello everyone, my name is NewFlowerGirl, but you can call me Demi, and welcome back to another reacting video. And as we speak, all of a sudden my throat started to play against me, even though I drank like quite a bit of water before I started. Anyway, we're gonna be continuing, I believe, with nope, that is the wrong one. We need to have this one. That's the one. Open.
Hard op dit vlak.
Don't play just shit. So we're gonna continue with the worst motorsport crashes of 2022. So I did a part 1 with my boyfriend. It's on my channel. I'll link it like right up here. And yeah, we're gonna continue with this. And if you have any suggestions, I've got quite a bit of like videos to react to in a playlist. And yeah, if you want yours to be reacted to, then please react it in the comments. A lot of people reacted to said to me that I should react to NASCAR, and I did, and that video just completely blew up. It was amazing to see. Yeah, let's get into this. Subscribe while you're at it. Well, like the video while you're at it, and subscribe if you're new and if you don't want to miss these things. But let's get into it.
En dan gaat het ook voor hem mis. Het is pas 24 kilometer van de start. Bij de crash blijven Van der Gat.
Speed is very important at the Dakar, and Marek van der Heuvel's team is actually called Dakar Speed.
Oh.
But that was too much.
That was too much. That was dramatic.
And this is for 3rd, 4th and 5th in the GT3 Pro-Am category by the look of things. And Pampanini is looking to try and open the door here and squeeze his way back through. Oh, big accident under braking. Off goes the Ferrari and makes contact not just with the barriers on the inside.
Now, was there some side-by-side action? He pinched the exit of the corner.
Yep.
Yeah, easy to do. Yeah. So he tried to tighten it up on the exit as he was fighting with Mohamed El-Kamsi.
Yeah.
There they are, side by side. This is where it all went wrong. Oh, touched each other and sent him into the wall.
Oh, no. Right into the tyres.
997, Chris Nicholas.
That's scary. That's really scary.
Let's have a look.
Let's take a look at the replay.
On board.
Yeah, that is approximately. So he clips that inside.
It's just carrying too much momentum by the looks of things and couldn't get the car slowed down.
And now we are going into the starting lights. Here we go. Let's race for the 3rd time. Oh, and Gabriele Mini has not started. No. He has got barely away at all. Oh my goodness, a big accident. Big shunt to the back.
Okay. They've actually, in like Formula 2 and Formula 3 championship, they've actually added something on that they have to activate before the race starts to prevent these kind of stalls during the race start. And I believe it was like implemented in 2019. I know that when Russell, Norris and Albon were in F2, they still had it because Norris narrowly avoided a guy in front of him that stalled during the start, and Albon got hit, or he hit another one who had the stall. But yeah, it's terrible, and it's ultimately causes a red flag because, you know, debris. I don't actually know if it was implemented in 2019 because I can remember in Jeddah one time someone got hit so badly that he ended up in hospital with a broken with broken bones. I think it was a Fittipaldi, not Emerson, because it was one of his grandsons. I think it might have been Enzo Fittipaldi because he races in Formula 2. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Back of the field.
I had a bit of shake-up from the car
man.
earlier on. Oh! That's been a massive impact. Car number 77.
That Taylor Hagler brought in from the lead. They're sitting in 7th at the moment, and they'll have to go. Stone spins and hits the wall hard. So he might have been involved there. A little bit of just a little wiggle on the yellow lines.
Ay, mira, uy, como huelgo de Ortiz, de Santino.
Sí.
Tremendo.
Os amigos do Alambrado
Opa,
viram essa de camarote.
No. This is
Segura,
not what we want to see.
Beto Monteiro. Ufa, que sorte. Eita, agora, e agora?
Oh my God.
E aí, já deu problema,
Everyone
já
has to go
vamos.
off-road now.
Oh my
the slight tap.
goodness.
The slight tap.
How we got so far down the racetrack. So it looks to me when he got up into the wall there, got some understeer, just barely brushed the wall.
On board now with the number 7 car.
Trying to get past that car. Oh no, and he's hit him. He's touched him.
He did.
Out goes the Toyota.
And that's how easy it is,
There's the
Graham.
Clickenhouse. There's the oh, he's off again.
Oh, and the other one is out too.
He had no steering.
And what was happening
The other
here,
one
they were
was-
side by
went out
side
too.
coming through that kink and just got
both.
locked together.
Oh my God, those
That is a
tires.
huge impact,
Well-
and the tyre's been fired a very long way.
Quedó patinando Marco y va por afuera el
Oh,
de
there we
Uy,
go.
qué piña.
There we
Uy,
go.
qué piña impresionante. En la mitad del pelotón. Acá desde atrás.
Va a ser un
ese
auto
triángulo.
despedido a la derecha. Ese es el primer auto. Y
El de
después
Luchans.
haciendo trompos, algunos que esquivan y después una carambola múltiple, ¿no? Se van encontrando.
Yeah,
sideways.
Seemed loose back there.
Yeah.
Exactly like Ross Chastain at California
This
earlier
was
this year.
behind
That
him
is a
back there
hard,
on the
hard
spot.
hit, as hard as you can hit.
Well, one, these cars, right, lower profile tire, pretty stiff, that underwing. Oh, one in the wall.
And around goes Todd Gilliland.
Oh!
Cody Ware,
Big
a
hit.
vicious hit to the inside wall with
Yeah,
the left
just
front.
say that.
Oh, Otmar! We'll just leave it there as Mick Schumacher hits the
I
wall.
saw this one live.
2 tyres.
Ecco qui cosa succede.
That crash was 33 G-forces. Yeah, 33 G-forces. And that's a lot. Like, when you're just driving at the speed they are going at, then you experience like 5G max. Sometimes 6, but yeah, just the impact of the crash, that is basically how much G-forces you have. So yeah.
Adesso il contatto tra Fabbri e Gorlato e poi arriva l'altro pilota.
Oh, and a barrel roll.
Penso fosse
And he's upside down.
Safety car, lights off.
No!
Drama in the background, a big
That is a penalty. And there's fire. And there's fire.
It's the Bentley. It's the Bentley. It's Matthew de
goodness.
Robiano.
It's a Bentley.
Here's the replay.
Oh,
There was a bit of help there. Gosh. A huge hit. And 36. Full course yellow board. So the Porsche slows. And there, wow. Hugo Sassa did not. And
This is why you
couldn't
say a
slow
little
down in time.
racetrack.
The others had done what they were told to do, which was to...
No matter what.
Pois é, mandou
racetrack.
bem o Caio Castro, mas aí teve essa infelicidade à frente dele, né? Vamos ver o que aconteceu. Ele é tocado. O Botura é tocado
Me
pelo
parece pelo
Urubatã.
Caio Castro, hein?
Não, pelo Urubatã ali, pelo número 1.
Pelo 1. Fiquei com a dúvida.
Why is that dirt
So
suit?
I think Stroll was beginning to
I
move
saw this one
right
live
to
too.
net the
Just after 7 a.m. in the morning for me. Bro just
There's not going to
didn't
be much
look in
Canadian
his mirrors.
and then as he then goes to retake that boom. Just a misunderstanding, a very expensive misunderstanding.
Very expensive
in this
mistake
session,
by
and we've got to look at that thing. It got away from Jake straight away. As soon as he turned it in, the back of that car was disconnected.
Position. I can't actually believe what I'm seeing. That a big touch on Seaside for the first time, and Dickinson was right there as well.
Dit moment, let op wat er hier gebeurt. Een heftige klapper in de Tarzanbocht. Ruud Olij heeft, en zo ziet het er dan uit. Kijk, daar komt hij aan.
Well, by camera.
He wasn't quite far enough ahead, was Barry Zeckelman, but it was a real stoic effort there. And and another car. Oh my goodness me.
And there goes the 9, turned on the restart. And a big crash going
This has
into
to be a red, right?
That was not
This has to be
ideal.
red because no one can get past.
Restart, first overtime.
Car number 1 display.
Spin the tires on the 1, or Sam tried to time it, went a little early, and it slowed down, and then tried to go again.
Incroyable. Les teams suite car. Non, c'est pas en fait au même endroit. C'est après. C'est juste un peu plus loin. Avec un petit contact et la voiture qui vient percuter le mur de béton.
Et l'automne, attention, est sur une trajectoire. Oh là là, qu'il conduit dans les pneus. Oh là là, le crash. Énorme crash avec l'automne. Voilà, on voit l'automne qui est à l'extérieur. Il est pas percuté a priori. Ah si, un petit peu quand même. Hein. Il a été touché bien involontairement, ceci dit. Et ensuite, le dégagement n'est pas très grand.
Three car, wheel to wheel with Sean Richardson, and it's front corner to rear and right under the bridge, and the car's launched into the air.
Look at the air it got for the 23. Of course, unlike NASCAR in the States, they don't have the air flaps on top to release the air out from underneath. And Hollinger.
That's what happens when you don't have downforce.
Oliver Solberg Saturday didn't last long. He went off on a fast section of stage 9 at the end.
Mostra che cosa è successo. Qui è successo un problema alla vettura di Vicky. Vicky è andato, sì, è stata fortunata perché è andata a frenare la macchina. Che cosa è accaduto? Sì, c'è.
Si è girata la...
Si è girata la onda di guerra che poi è stata coinvolta da... potrebbe essere l'altra onda.
Ecco,
Sì.
How blind.
¿Este es el de Fran?
No, Fran creo que ha pasado ahora, a ver si la
es
repetición
el número 8, que es el de Diego Hadley. Se ha quedado...
Oh, somebody loose on the bottom, spinning out, up the racetrack.
Oh.
That's big. 14 to Chase Briscoe. Daniel Hemrick chased Briscoe, and it looked as if
those guys behind him have nowhere to go. Now up the track, quick, speedy, rack and pinion steering. He gets behind on the steering.
Ending of this race today.
Oh, and there goes one. That's Mason Massey in the 91.
No,
big hit on the inside wall.
I believe there's another one spinning with him. Yep.
It's Brett Moffitt in the 02.
Oh, wow. Others
with damage, including Josh Berry. Damn.
Oh,
no, Sam Bayer out of shape. He collects Austin
4 laps to go. Once again, the number 1 car is involved in an accident.
I love that word energy. And speaking of, we got a big crash.
Oh, Arca. I reacted to some
on
of
the
this.
front stretch. A few cars around, and another one gets hit. Looks like the 10 of Richard Garvey.
And then more coming.
69. Scott Melton involved. Tony Breidinger comes to a stop in the infield. Erica
Tony's the white car on the inside, who she got run into from behind. Very similar to what we saw in practice yesterday. I believe that was the 10 car, Richard Garvey, that ran in the back of Tony.
And obviously really hard hit there on the 7 car and the 69. But yeah, from that angle, it definitely looked like just a really bad push, really poorly timed push gone wrong there, coming off of turn 4.
Very similar to what we saw yesterday. That little tap from behind, she gets sideways.
What did they saw yesterday?
Yeah, Brayton Laster with the 0-3 with nowhere to go and watch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
great camera shot.
Wow, man, that's Richard Garvey riding up over.
Like
and scary at the same time. That camera
Eric Caudell obviously involved in the 7. Some pretty hard hits there. He hit pretty hard at 180 or 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, no kidding. And then this is the worst case scenario. You got the 7 car coming back up on the racetrack and gets T-boned. So
let's ride on board The 03 of Brayton Laster.
This is the pizza
right
man.
there.
It's the butt kicker on board. Yes, it is.
Oh. That was sudden.
Well, it happens so fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kicking the pants off.
His career, let's look once again.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go there, obviously, not being able to really react to that car getting spun behind him. So just an innocent bystander, so that's unfortunate for Brayton there, and kind of lost that opportunity. So definitely feel for that.
You're not in control anymore.
Stage into this race. It certainly is. David Fuminelli knew exactly what he was doing at the start, really took advantage, led on the way, but look at this. Oh, dearie me!
Oh, don't come back onto the track.
Il Baroni Rampante.
Oh, right
big
in the middle
crash.
of the track.
Big crash. Oh, dearie me. Debris across the circuit. I'm just looking at the team.
He must consolidate his 5th place, but at great speed, the Frenchman slid into some branches and the undergrowth.
Metal in the concrete.
There's the first hit. Here's the second. Oh. It's right on board.
Oh, he hit the wall and...
You know, the thing is, once you have that first impact, there was really nothing more he could do.
And this is what brought out the safety car. In fact, the red flag on the final lap of the race. It will not be a hat trick, a clean sweep for Antonelli, but our concern is for the drivers involved in this accident. Right there, Claro goes through. Whack!
Oh, that goes a rear wing of someone.
La grande protagonista della Super League. Qui c'è invece un brutto incidente che coinvolge la Porsche, guadagnato maggiori posizioni in classifica. Vediamo intanto che cosa è successo. Guardate che praticamente alla seconda curva Porsche, non vorrei dire una sciocchezza, di Diego Locanto, e la Porsche del team.
Here's the final yellow. Kraus gets into Hosevart, look like. And watch this contact.
Oh, man.
That's as hard as it gets.
That was big. I'm so glad to see.
And that's of the current drivers. Well,
he wants to get past the Ferrari, doesn't he? Not really realising that there's another car there. Nose contact into the concrete wall.
Competition, so I want to make sure that I do well versus them. Thanks, Ben. We'll hand up. The guys can talk us through that. They can see it on the screen.
Hit this tyre stack, hasn't he?
Oh, I saw that one live. They had to fix the. They had to fix
a bit like Michael Fassbender did in practice on Wednesday, but.
So Fassbender had a problem with the rear brakes, didn't he?
He did.
And it spun to the right. This car's gone to the left in a strange manner. It wouldn't normally do that, you know.
Down to gather data to help the remaining Corvettes, which at the state point of the in the wall. The 64 car in the wall after contact from the 83 car of Claudio Schiavone. That's side by side with the Panis racing car by the look of things. The 65 involved there. We didn't see the stuff.
Don't have a fast.
This is the
you
incident. Oh dear me! Yes, same incident and a big impact there.
And we will see that in the 24-hour race, and especially at night when there's just that
through. But further back, that's how Dragovic was able to get past Sargent, and that was just that. I think that was Boschong. So Boschong's going to make his way through, and this is going to be so Williams in.
Worth a mention, you see those names, Kaylin Williams and Sam Bullock-Bassi. Sam Bullock-Bassi was an E-racer before he got into Formula 2. He got so far, he basically drove for half the season or something along those lines. And then he, I don't know what happened, I think not enough money. And yeah. I think he's back now doing e-racing again, esports, but I don't know.
Heavily into the wall, and Bullock-Bassi in the blue and red car behind, nowhere to go, and heavy impact.
That was a red flag.
That's a really big impact.
What we saw in the background.
Exit of 5, 7 car back there. Oh, and he just curves it. Oh my
he just
goodness.
Gets airborne.
Oh, we saw the exact same thing in Indy Pro 2000 yesterday, entering turn 5. And actually, that's where that is at.
There's the big contact between Reiner and Kurzim comes back on. He hits Alberthetti, but there was another truck between them. I think it was Jochen Hahn, and him and Norbert Kish both go across the front. Lachko defends from Brereton. He then gets put straight on as he locks up, trying to avoid it. Hits Sasha Lenz. Wow, that is a monstrous accident. How does Lachko avoid Calve there? I mean, I can understand Norby's frustration, but I don't think there was anything Anderson.
Agora é para valer. É coração no acelerador. É início de prova para você. Largando muito bem ali por dentro, Enzo Elias se defende do ataque de Christian Ran. Já tem toque lá atrás.
Léo Sanches, Chico Horta.
Big crash.
Já vem rodando ali o carro. O frango e o Chico Horta. Nossa, o Chico Horta ele tentou normal. O carro deu uma saída e ele bateu de frente, mas encheu ali de frente no finalzinho da reta e por isso até bandeira vermelha com essa batida muito forte.
The damage to that truck. Remember, he had gotten that pit lane penalty, which had put him back in the field. So there's Balicki. Looked like Friesen got into the back end of him. Boy, that's a hard hit for that 30.
That is a bad angle. But again, we saw Balicki climb out of that truck. That is a massive testament.
I hate crashes when
so unfortunate for both drivers, as there were several hits.
Oh, that's Martin Barros as well.
That's Martin Barros, yeah.
You watching here, Shay?
This was not a great move by Joe Rubo, just massively outbraked himself and then...
Whoa! Well, at least they don't have to get that car out of the way.
Yeah,
At least that car was safe.
It's a difficult one to call that. It really is a difficult one to call that.
Amley with the McLaren out front overall. And this is, we come through the S's, you can see how many cars are involved. Up and over some of the curbs, and then there's an incident up ahead, and there you see Plum just gets turned hard into that catch fence, having a quick spin as well.
Yeah, I think that's Seth Thomas that then caught Plum as he was sideways across the track, the NewFlowerGirl Porsche.
Yeah, he told me go just a little bit slower than him. But we had fun. He was very kind. We were just talking about this off the air. He just told me that my pass of him around the outside.
Refill it. Down at the turn 7 area, it was the battling LMP, 2 cars that drove the Roger Dubois sponsored Carbon Road race drivers who have stayed in their grid positions as they head up through the S's. Oh, that's going to be a big incident and back into the middle of the field. That is the number 7.
How close to the beginning it was.
I clipped a tree, I think.
Oh, he's rolled.
Yeah, he's rolled. They should make their windows more stronger.
Boy, the back end started to go.
That's big.
Yeah, on the bumps, upset it. That's a big hit.
Bang.
Huge right side impact.
So the pits will not open. Right, well, it was the Porsche that started it off, slammed the wall sideways, and then spun out, kicking all kinds of dirt up, brake lights going on. Where does Gav come into the picture? Oh, I think he got tapped from behind. Now, they'd made up positions on the pit stop.
He got onto the grass.
In the
That's
dirt.
what happened.
So how did all this happen? Right in the middle of the track. The core racing car either spun up the rear tire. 3 he's backed that up with. He's finding some rhythm as that number 21 car is trying to... Oh, and off for the 65! Oof. And it's another big off. So he clearly knows what's happened. There was already some dirt had been thrown up.
What happened, and Van Koyk had spun. Donchev had got together, just hooked up on the wheel arch, and the car was over. And oh my word, that was quite a roll, wasn't it? A double roll for the number 2 car.
Guys getting checked up, big contact back there. JJ Haley's around the 10, the 2 hard into the wall.
Big one.
Goodness. Kyle Busch involved, big damage on the 18 as well.
Usually with this kind of races,
someone going to the inside, set their camera, sends it in. He goes through fine. And then a few just sort of slither wide. Oh. And then a couple of big hits at the back. Sort of and then everyone piles in at the back. Very weird accident there.
He's a non-starter. Is this incident, Nigel in the blue car,
came
together with Ian Logie heading into Bombhole in race 1. It was a big roll.
We're off properly as well. It's a big roll.
Big shot for Rovanpera. Huge off.
A huge one. Just wide and into the ditch where something solid sent the car spinning into the air.
Yeah, And you get dirt into your car.
That's the battle. It's 18.8, but that is the battle. That is for...
Oh, he's into the ditch.
No, the same corner's for me.
And another ditch.
Happened well up the road. That's the Lone Star Mercedes. Hodgin upside down. In fact, here's a replay of what happened earlier today in qualifying. The good news is Nicholas climbed out of the car under his own power. He was all right, but it did mean that several drivers were unable to set.
That's brake fluids. Is there a guy on top of another? Were they on top of each other?
Tivemos também o Jaitsonzini.
O André mantém a liderança. O Roberval se enrosca com a Débora, que se enrosca com o Cirino. Rodou a Débora ali no meio. Tá vindo todo mundo. Tá vindo todo mundo. Não tem espaço, a Débora tá rodada. Tá vendo todo o pelotão passar ali.
They're all off. There's mud everywhere. Oh my goodness. Big one in the background. They're all in. Look at the mud.
Avoided an incident.
As he's Sargent lost it. On the exit of Pouon, Logan Sargent.
A little bit too aggressive on the throttle. It goes quite quickly on him, completely unawares, and big impact. So good to see that he's okay.
But Gertha leaves the door open, and Roman Stanek gives him the point. That's like karting there, isn't it?
Seen this one.
Big contact, big incident there. Roman Stanek and Ollie Gertha off.
One trying to
come
through. Oh, Zane was just on the inside. Ollie maybe didn't see him.
The replay now, just as we thought, drops the wheels on driver's right, hooks back into the fence backwards. And like you said, Jeremy, big impact, but kind of up on that tire barrier. For
you in Ishihara, they are out of luck.
Oh, that's a big mistake from Kimiya Sato as well.
จังหวะที่ด้านในปีแอร์ครับเฟอร์ครับโอ้โดนแล้วแข่งดีคันหนึ่งจากบีควิกครับพุ่งเข้ามาแล้วโดนท้ายแล้วเสียหลักครับรถคันเร่งค้างแบบนี้คันเร่งค้างแน่นอนครับนี่ครับปุ๊บโอ้โหเร็วมากเดินคันเร่งมานี่ครับพุ่งมาในจังหวะที่แบมเบอร์จะเทิร์นเข้าไปคือแบมเบอร์ไม่เห็นแน่นอนนะอยู่ฝั่งซ้ายยังไงก็มองไม่เห็นครับแล้วก็ไหลไปครับนี่ครับโอ้โหยังเอาไม่อยู่เลยครับ
Into the wall to go. The 11 now also caught up in it. The whole Haley.
The whole field is getting annihilated.
All right, as they roll through here, see right there, he's sideways.
Yeah.
The 11
all of a sudden
sideways.
They all go.
The track is wet.
That's really weird.
Parker. And Jeff, exactly. His spotter was telling him it's raining, and then after that all went down, Justin Haley came on the radio and said it was raining. So of course there was no grip down there.
Stopped on the grass there, and the AMR safety team immediately to him.
I've seen that so many times. I've been in that situation so many times. You're coming around the corner. So the two's going to shoot back across the racetrack here. Right in front of traffic. Big contact.
Joe Graff Jr. in the 07 hit him.
Basically, these
Look at how far in push the door bars.
It's an aggressive block.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive, yes.
We talked about, having to be aggressive with the blocks, knowing when to make a block.
Look in the back of the picture, they're focusing on the gain in Nissan, unfortunately. We're not going to tell what happened really from that, unfortunately. I hope we get another look at it than Prius gone into the back of the team Mac.
It's the Prius that's caused that. Look at the damage to the Mac 5. They've hit at a monster.
Oh, someone was standing still.
Tomar ultrapassagem ali. Tem o toque do Beto com o Roberval.
Roberval com o Beto, os dois líderes.
Roberval e Beto bateram, rodaram. Que panca feia ali com o Djalma. Vamos de safety car. Caminhão capotado. Imobilização, olha só, teve o primeiro toque ali do... A gente está revendo aqui.
O acidente do elétrico foi impressionante. O acidente
Vamos ver, ó, o Djalma vem...
Esse acidente foi o mais impressionante que eu já vi, cara. Foi mais impressionante até que o do Kleber elétrico.
Ele pega rampando ali.
Olha como o chassi...
No meio. E aí, quando ele chega no S do Senna, não tem mais espaço. Mas com certeza,
O Caio Castro deveria prever que isso ia acontecer. O Rajan precisa contornar, ele precisa fazer o traçado.
Até porque no S do Senna ali na primeira perna, realmente o traçado é por dentro, né, Thiago? Ninguém faz ali.
He's good. So the car did its job very well from a safety point of view. This car needs a little bit more than a polish.
Shane van Gisbergen has been part of the combination for GT Racing this year. Gee, we've got to tip our hat to him wrapping up the Supercars champ.
Han, que tiene la aspiración detrás alguna pelea también con Jujarski, se va mal al exterior. Aquí es muy difícil, es muy complicado. Y atención porque llega Hugh Barton y atención el vuelco.
And the car just walks up the racetrack into the back of Fittipaldi, already punctured there.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm okay, he just sent me off.
His teammate, but then in the background, look, Min Heng sort of moves across. Adderley Fong was in the middle, maybe being a bit unfair at pointing the finger at Adderley Fong, because I think another replay, and it's wrong coming through the corner.
Already wrong, yeah.
Yeah, and into the wall.
All that fluid
And then
just
it comes across the circuit
out.
again, doesn't it?
It's right there on the back of the Hyundai, which now gets sideways and he's off in the barriers in
Whoa.
spectacular fashion. Lo Seho's car is destroyed. He's hit again by Ryan Wong, who had nowhere to go. He's hit again by other traffic. The road is virtually blocked.
We had Andrew saying earlier on, just trying to flatten out, and the corners, and oh no, another roll.
Third one,
That's
huge.
a big one.
That's a much harder roll.
Vamos ver aí, agora sim, daqui a pouco fala o Thiel, agora sim. A imagem, olha a cacetada do Marco Billy. Impressionante a cacetada que deu o Marco Billy nessa disputa de posição.
Mesmo problema com o Corrige quando aconteceu com o Romero, ela lembra?
Exatamente, exatamente.
Mas meio estranho ali. Como ele deve ter dado o pé e ele devia estar com o pneu sujo.
And that was it. That was it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, then please hit the like button. Also consider subscribing if you don't want to miss any more of these reaction videos. And also leave suggestions in the comments down below for what you want me to react to. But that's it from me for now, and I shall see you guys in another reaction video. Bye!